Welcome, Simply Old and Grumpy community. Thanks for stopping in. SOG Bill here. We have something a little different for you. We're going to do an SOG Top 5. The category being the top 5 things our children and grandchildren have no clue about when it comes with telephones. You know, it'd be fun. Make your own list. Put your top 5 items in the comments below. See if we match up. Okay, number 5, the telephone directory. We used to just call it a phone book, but our children and grandchildren don't have a clue. They had a listing of all the phone numbers for people in a certain area in your town. Look up their last name, there would be their address and their phone number, and you see the rest of the list, plus one bonus that you'll be surprised with. Go to Simply Old and Grumpy on YouTube. Check it out. Number 4, the Rotary Telephone. This item right here will crack you up to watch the kids try to use it. They don't have a clue. They'll be pushing on the buttons. They'll try to hold it upside down, look at it. They don't know. It was very funny. Number 3, they called it the pocket pager. When they originally came out, only doctors or emergency personnel would have them. It's this little device that you would call the phone number, punch in your phone number that you're calling from. In about 1 to 2 minutes, they would get a page. They'd look at the display, and they were able to call you back. The young players back then used to use it to have their girlfriends page them. The only problem is you had to remember which girl was which number, because there's no way to put a name. A lot of times, you would just issue a number to a girl that only you and her knew. Like my wife, I believe when we were dating, it was 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. When she did that, I knew to call her. 911 was an emergency. Call her right now. And there was also little tricks and games like 07734. When you held that upside down, it said hello. Number 2, the answering machine. You see this device here was used to record calls if you weren't home when people called you. Or if you were home and didn't want to be bothered, you could screen the calls because they could be recording a message and you could decide whether or not to pick it up if you did it quickly. But the answering machine, you would hold, I don't know, maybe 10, 12, 50 messages, depending on how big those cassette tapes were, and you could play them back, erase them. But that way, if you weren't home and somebody was trying to reach you, they could leave you a message. Just like voicemail today, except this was at home. Taking up the number 1 spot is this right here. Know what it is? That's right. It's a telephone booth. It was a pay telephone. You would have to put money in it, and you could call somebody. Worst thing in the world is trying to find one when it's raining. Oh, and you always had to make sure you had plenty of change, because if you were going to be on it a while, after a few minutes, they would ask you for more money to be able to talk to whoever you called. Say, an additional 45 cents for 2 more minutes, or whatever the case may be. And they didn't take dollar bills. You had to give them coins. Well, there you go. That's our top 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, do SOG Mike and I a favor. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and the like. And if you think we're doing a good job, share it with your friends. Hit that share button. Oh, and I bet you forgot the bonus. Here's the bonus picture, and tell me if you know what this is. Put it down in the comments below. That's right, it's a switchboard. Now, see, there was no active switchboards really when I was a kid, but my grandmother was the switchboard operator, and I always remember playing with it, because you'd have to take out one, put another one in to be able to connect the calls. Everybody in town knew her. So I thought I'd throw it in there for sentimental value. Well, let us know if you like this type of thing, and we'll make some more. You guys have a good night. See ya.